Hi, my name is Grace Simon. I am the life coach. Um, the scenario begins with a new client of mine who is seeking coaching as they're struggling with their weight. The weight gain that they are experiencing is due to having a very stressful and demanding career. Um, and to add to this ongoing list of obstacles, the client has two small children and has resorted to eating out most days as opposed to preparing healthier meals. Um, in this session, I will be talking about some of the questions that I will pose to the client, and I will give the rationale behind each of those questions. So, my first question to the client would be simply, how are you feeling today? How are you? The purpose of this question is to kind of break the ice, to help them to relax and to feel comfortable prior to starting our session. My second question would be, can you walk me through a typical day or a week for you? This question is a reflection question. Oftentimes, we do not take time to step outside of ourselves and recognize what we're going through. And this will give the client an opportunity to kind of think about what their week is like and help them to create self-awareness and mindfulness and recognizing what they're going through. My next question is, prior to pursuing this career, what would a typical day or week look like for you and your family? This question is also along the realms of mindfulness and recognizing the struggling piece when it comes to self-compassion. And this allows the client to be more self-aware, to recognize the differences in their current situation, their current schedule, as to what it was in the past. This comparison may also help them to dig deep and to be able to see or visualize some of the changes that they have made in their lifestyle in order to accommodate their new schedule. So my third question would be, with your awareness of your current situation and struggles, what have you used in the past to find balance with career, kids, and your responsibilities? This question is also kind of a continuation of the last. It's piggybacking off the last question, and it helps to identify patterns in which the client has created over time, and hope for the client to move positively in a forward direction toward their goal. My fourth question says, considering your typical day, keeping in mind that life is about the choices we make, what choices can you make to maximize your day? And the rationale behind this question is just basically for the client to take ownership of their choices and to help them to understand what their current situation is, come to grips and identify that it is not the end, and that they can make better choices, and to just be positive and moving forward toward their future goal. So the fifth question that I have is, what little steps can you take that will help you to lighten your daily load? This question is also kind of piggybacking off the last. It helps the client to identify where they may have made an ill decision and remedy it, making better decisions. So reflecting on what decisions were made will help them to be able to once again, step outside of themselves and to be able to identify where they can make better choices. The sixth question is, how can you incorporate your family in your weight loss journey? Oftentimes when people are going through a situation where they have to manage their time, balance their lifestyle, they don't often include their family and how they can incorporate the family in this plan. So this question helps them to understand that they can do so. They can include the children, the spouse, or whoever in this journey, and it makes it all the more rewarding. My seventh question is, what do you foresee as the effects on your health, well-being if you continue down this path? Once again, this is another self-awareness question. This helps the client to be able to kind of look ahead and to think about how this pattern may impact them negatively, not just taking ownership, but also making a sound decision to say, hey, I want to move in a different direction. I see that this is going to impact me negatively. Therefore, I want a more positive outcome. This kind of leads and gears towards autonomous motivation, which allows the client to recognize what's important to them and what will propel them to make better lifestyle changes. And this may incorporate spirituality and finding a deeper meaning in life. So the eighth question is, with the given differences or obstacles mentioned in mind, what will it take in order to allow for you the opportunity to be able to focus on your well-being? So this is kind of like a declutter situation where the client is able to kind of evaluate their life and see what things that they can minimize or move around in order to be more focused about their goal and just their health as a whole. What are you willing to risk? What are you not willing to risk? These are the types of things that put this situation into perspective for the client and helps them to make better sound decisions. Number 9, how do you think this will impact your family, particularly your children? So being that the client has small children, they want to keep in mind that whatever changes are made may impact them as well. And I think that this allows for deeper thinking, being able to look at things in a bigger picture and recognizing that they're not the only ones going through this. So this gives you a sense of common humanity, which again goes back to self-compassion, in which we recognize that we're not in this alone. Other people go through this, other people see these things, and children feel them as well as family members. They go through it with you. My 10th question is, what supports do you have in place? Again, this kind of piggybacks off of the common humanity and recognizing that you may have other resources that are out there that can be helpful in moving towards your goal. This is for the client. This will help to eliminate or alleviate stress and help them to further achieve their goals of weight loss, maybe freeing up some time, maybe an hour to go to the gym if the kids are being with grandma, grandpa, or with aunt or uncle, however it may work out. And then my final question is, how do you alleviate stress? The rationale behind this is kind of more of the leading into the SOAR meditation, or even the self-compassion breakdown exercises, which allows the client to kind of come down, to be able to relax, relieve tension and loosen up muscles, just to kind of focus on relaxing and kind of thinking positively. Those kind of things will help the client to kind of de-stress. So those are my questions. There were 11 of them, and thank you for your time.